welcome everybody. This is Table Crashers. I'm Will Esgro, the host. We're joined with Daniel Zayas. Zayas, sorry.
Zayas,
I knew I was going to
yes.
do that because I second thought it. Daniel Zayas. Thank you, Daniel, for joining us. How's it going?
Great.
Awesome.
Ready to teach you how to play and beat you, hopefully.
Yeah, you probably will. Daniel is going to be teaching us how to play Tangled today at our crash table. So Daniel, take it away.
Okay, so this is maybe a modern look at how you do set collection games. You will have an idea that maybe it feels familiar as a card game, but we're doing a lot of weird stuff with the cards, and hopefully you enjoy that part of it. Okay, so the premise of this game is such that you are rescuing heroes. You have a team of heroes in your hand, and you are traversing time and space, and you are sending a hero in to the Tangled Timelines, and sending a hero in is going to essentially sacrifice that hero and hope that maybe another player would rescue them. But you're going to sacrifice that hero in hopes of both winning initiative so that you can trade with the Tangled Timelines first, or at the very least not have a deficit of heroes coming back to you, because you can technically go out in this because you're offloading a card every time, and you only start with 4. So early on, it's very easy to just get a bum roll, right? And so so you want to be conscientious of what others around you might be going for as a result of and also pay attention to what they're picking up, so that okay, I know they have this in their hand because I saw them pick it up, and I know that maybe they're going to play that in a future round. If heroes are not rescued in the Tangled Timelines, they're actually sloughed off into the dimensional abyss.
Okay.
These terms don't necessarily matter a lot until you add in the special ability. The special abilities are such that every time someone wins initiative, as in they're the first player to go in and trade with the timelines, Tangled Timelines, then they will actually be mandatorily, they have to do their special ability, for better or worse. They have to do it. Do you want to? Let's play without the special abilities, just for the sake of.
That's fine. Yeah, we'll do the basic. Yeah, sure.
Let's take a look at the card flow. Yeah, can you do the? I don't know how to use.
Of course.
Deal out for.
This is to the players. Seated player. There we go. Seated players. So I'm going to deal out to seated players 1, 2, 3, 4 cards to start.
Okay, and then what I'll do is I will go ahead and reveal our first Tangled Timeline.
Okay.
Now, the cool thing about this, have you got a chance to play this yet, actually?
No, I haven't. I did, like I said, I read Anissa's article from on our website, but
yeah, this will be good then. If you look at your hand, you'll see something like we'll just pretend this is like your hand. You see the Assassin, Gadgeteer, Druid, and Juggernaut. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to match something, whether it's the skill level or the class. So the Assassin is the Apprentice Assassin, Legendary Gadgeteer, Apprentice Druid, and Juggernaut Legendary, right? So what you're trying to do is play a card that will match. Maybe you play a Legendary Druid, which would be really good, right? Or a Legendary Assassin, because what will happen is when you play the Legendary Assassin, you'll take the Assassin, the Gadgeteer, and the Juggernaut into your hand and only lose that Assassin.
Interesting.
Because it matches with something that is present.
Okay. So basically, when I play a card from my hand, any items that match the text on my card or classification of the card, what I will pick up in response. So as a quick example, let me just go ahead and take a quick look what I have, and just to make sure I'm getting this right.
So you'll want to play. We're all going to play a card face down, and then we'll reveal, and then we'll say who has initiative and what they're going to be playing out.
Okay. So how do we start that then? We put a card face down.
You would want to play a card face down, And then
and
that will help us
initiative.
determine our initiative.
And initiative is based on the
The
highest
letter
number.
of the alphabet. So closest. So the legendary assassin is the assassin's going to be your strongest character to play to win initiative.
Yeah, okay. So basically, A, B. So A is the highest, and in terms of the most.
Correct.
It wins. A wins.
Right.
If I play like a novice Z, it wouldn't win, right?
We're playing the simplified version of the game because if as the assassin you don't want to win initiative because that means you're going to have to discard a card if you look at the card abilities. But we're not using the card abilities, so don't worry about that. But just keep in mind that you don't necessarily want to win initiative when you're playing full version. There's a little bit of added strategy to that.
Okay.
One other thing I always recommend is that you place your cards in your hand in alphabetical order so that you can actually start to build. One thing that I didn't explain is scoring because that's going to be important for the end game. But when you're doing the scoring, what you want to do is you need a strong chain, so a contiguous line of A, B, C, E, right?
Got it.
The biggest chain will get 20 points, and the next biggest is 15. Next biggest is 10. The next biggest is 5. Right? You have to have at least 2 cards to make a chain. It could be EF, right? But as long as you have a chain, then you are eligible for points, and then you just want the biggest chain you want the most diverse team. And then the secondary part of the scoring is you want to have sets. So you want the best 4 of a kind, the best 3 of a kind, the best 2 of a kind, and the best single card. So like the best single card is Assassin Legendary. So if you happen to get that towards the end of the game, then maybe you hang on to it for the sake of that point total.
Okay. Pick it up. I got it.
4 of a kind would be like 4 mages, right?
So right off the bat, I'm going to put a card face down.
Yeah, you want to put a card face down, and maybe I should I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to play here. I don't really have a good thing going on, but maybe I can play something and yeah.
I also don't have a great thing going on here.
That's fine. So we're going to flip.
Yep. 3, 2, 1. Whoop.
Yep.
All right. So based on this, I'd imagine I'm going to be going with the G.
Yeah. So you will go first. You would essentially trade. You would take the Gadgeteer into your hand.
Okay. I take the I take whatever's out there. Okay.
You take the legendary into your hand. You lose the Master Gadgeteer. You'll always lose from your hand. So you always lose that into the timelines. Then what happens is the following player will be able to trade in their played card. This is the fun part of the game because this is like the thematic tangledness of the game.
Of course.
And because it's a master mage, I'm actually going to take the Gadgeteer that you played. So you played that, but I was able to grab it as part of the winnings of what I played.
Because mine was a master, and you had the master. You put down the master mage, right?
Mage,
got it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
And then at the end of the round of play, they go into this. What was that called again?
The Dimensional Abyss.
Dimensional Abyss.
Yeah, the names don't necessarily matter right now because we're not playing with special abilities. But like the cleric, as an example, has a special ability for redeeming a card from the Tangled Time or from the Dimensional Abyss that can be added to this.
Right. So when I play the cleric, that activates that ability, and I get
if you win initiative.
Right. If you win. Exactly.
Yeah. If you win initiative, if you go first in the order of trading, then you get to take your special ability. And if you
so if you don't go first, then you don't activate that ability.
You don't activate any ability. Correct. You just play like we're doing now.
Very cool. Okay, so same deal, I suppose. Here.
Yep. So we'll see here. We got a legendary cleric. We got. It's hard when they're all different. So you got apprentice, master, and novice. So you got all 4 of them, and none of them are the same class either. So essentially, what you're going to go for is try and get something. Here, I'll try and maybe win with that one.
Okay. I am looking to see if there's anything I could do here. I really don't know. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this. All right.
Okay, and then flip. So and then I'll take initiative. So I'm going to take the cleric.
Ooh, I like what
And
happened.
I'm going to take the Juggernaut. Oops, this didn't go to
Oh
my.
no, yeah, you're taking that one because it's master.
Yeah, because it's a master, right? So
Or
I'm going to
wait,
take
you
those two.
play. Oh
And
yeah,
then the
because you played
master is going to
master.
go into here. So then
Yep.
you're going to be able to take the Hunter and the Cleric.
Right, and then this one goes here,
Yep,
technically over there, but yeah, and then I just go ahead and grab these guys.
correct.
Oh,
And
okay, and then
then
these
these will
fizzle
go.
into the void.
Oh, I didn't flip it.
Yep, it's fine. Into the void.
Yep, and then we're on to the next round. And we'll play
Okay,
this
cool.
until we finish the deck, is really what's happening.
Very cool. And then that's basically I like that. That's this is really simple. And I
Mm-hmm.
could definitely see this playing, like you said. And I love that you chose Ice Cool to do the giveaway, because
Yeah.
I feel like you're right. I feel like this is a very easy to teach game. I like the application of the alphabet. I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't sure when I first saw it. I was like, this is a little strange. I'll be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But my 3 years old. This is a tool for me to be. I mean, I even see myself doing it. I'm like one of those guys that somebody's like alphabetical order, and you'll see me mouthing like A B C D E F G. You
Yep.
know what I mean?
Yeah. It's funny.
uh,
Even when I'm doing playtesting, I'm like, oh yeah, I think they want initiative. We're like, no, actually, it comes before that. I was like, oh yeah, that's not
yeah,
embarrassing at all. Sorry.
it's those middle letters, like that G
Yeah.
H
Yeah.
I.
Yeah. Yeah. It helps. So that's why I was saying it helps, like when it's in your hand, to put it in alphabetical order, so that then you always have it in alphabetical order for when you're going to play it next.
Very
Um,
cool.
so you got these guys coming
Yep.
out. So let's just go ahead. I don't think I'm going to win maybe with this one, but we'll see.
3, 2, 1.
Cleric comes out.
I took that cleric.
You did take a cleric.
So then I would receive these two masters.
Yep.
The cleric
And
goes in.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that cleric back because I played the
Oh,
Gadgeteer Master.
doing me dirty.
I keep on building those clerics.
I can see what you're saying now about putting them in your hand alphabetically now too. I'm just like, okay, but
It does help. I will say that it does add to the strategy where you say, okay, and especially later game when you're like, what am I building in my
yeah,
hand?
I like this as a design choice. I'm sure this was something that evolved and morphed, but I like that you put the M underneath the, like, with the it's legendary. L is legendary because
Oh yeah,
it's a
when you're
quicker
holding it in your
glimpse.
hand, there's such a thing called the Eric Lang triangle, and I don't know if it's his coinage or he came up with that idea. I don't
Okay,
I can't imagine he did, because it's a common thing in all of playing cards. But in playing
right,
cards, when you fan out your hand, you see this triangle in the top left of every card, essentially building this fan,
of
and you
course.
should be able to see important information from that triangle. So
Yep,
even if you abandoned all of the theme in this, you can't abandon the theme when you're playing the full game, because you have to use the thing,
of
keep
course.
thing in terms of the special abilities, right? But when you fan it out and just doing a quick search for the card that you want to play that round, then
Hmm.
then you have that information available to you right away.
Well, I could see where this could get fun too, but like I'll go ahead and start speeding up a little bit. I'll try to because we're doing the base game. I'm gonna go
Oh
with
sure.
this one
Okay, I'm gonna.
because I definitely want to jump into the full game after this one, definitely, because this is really
Okay,
cool.
yeah, no worries. Let's play. Okay, so you actually beat me. So you're going in
I
for the.
did, but then you get the B out of me.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna be just good. I'm only just gonna be getting this Master Knight,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's kind of like a trade off. You end up getting
Yep.
that
I'm gonna
B.
get the bard, and then we're actually gonna lose the cleric out of
Oh,
the
we're
out
gonna
of the
lose the
shuffle
cleric.
into
You got
the dimensional abyss.
you got the B though. All right, and then the mage goes as well, right?
Yep. And so we're about halfway through
Yeah,
the game.
I love how
And we've
quickly
been
this is
talking through it,
playing.
but you could just pass through like this.
Yeah. All right, so we are rocking. What to do? What to do? I'm seeing a lot of things out there that are nice. Oh, but what are you gonna go for? That's the.
Yeah, it's another part of it. Like what? Oh wait, maybe I'll
All
do
right.
something else. Actually,
what what to do?
maybe I'll do something like this. All right, let's see what happens.
All righty, 3, 2, 1, boop. You
Okay, so
win.
I figured you might go for a master, but I didn't want to play my. This is like I don't know if you played like for sale. You win by a lot because
Yeah.
then you wasting resources potentially, right? I want to win by
Right.
just like what happened now. So I
Yep.
played that. I
Smart.
think I thought about that. And I was like, oh, there's low cards on the table. The fighter's the highest one, right? And
Yep.
so strategically, I made a judgment call, and it worked out.
Yep. It did. It did because then
Uh,
all I get out of this is I just get an upgrade from the K to the J.
yep. And then I will have taken 2 cards as a flip.
Yeah,
I will take
absolutely.
2 cards.
So how long did you develop the game? How long did you
This
go
has
through play
been in
testing?
development for a while, to be honest.
Has it?
Yeah, it took a long time. It was fun with the base game, and then
Yeah,
even longer to add in the abilities. Because I knew I wanted it, a quick card game. I wanted it to be something that you can strategize even more, add layers to it.
of
Um,
course.
but yeah, I would argue 2 or 3 years or something like that. That of this
Okay.
like not constantly. Obviously, I've made other games. I've published when Cutie but Patootie. That was funded earlier
Yep.
last year.
Yep.
So I've been working on a lot of projects. It's just a matter of I have been working on this for a while as well.
Yeah. It's
Um,
I'm trying to figure out what I want to do here.
yeah, me too.
Uh, do I do that? Three, two, one. All right.
Yep,
So basically, I grab the C, you grab the I.
yep. I'll grab the eye. We both went for
Yep.
novice. That was weird.
Yeah.
So
And
there
then
are
all
two
these
legendaries
guys.
out there.
And
Oh yeah.
I didn't think I was going to be able to go for
Oh, we got a high
it.
cards here.
Yeah, we do. Yes, we do. Um, I'm just looking. Just one moment.
So like
And
playing
none
as
of
the
see,
full version.
and this is tough too because this is the only one that's doubled up. So that's your two trade there. It's so funny because I can see the lines of strategy happening here now.
Yep.
Uh, that's your only two pulls. So if you play an apprentice, you'll get to grab those two. But is it worth
Well,
it? Is the
unless
question.
unless you played like a Lich Master, you could do that, and then you
Very
might
true. Yeah,
be in the running for or an Assassin Apprentice, right?
you're right. You're right.
You could get 3.
Wow. Uh, I know I'm overthinking this.
It's all right. Hey, I mean, this is your first time playing, so
Yeah. I guess this actually kind of makes sense to me. Let's do that.
all
We'll do
right.
3.
You won. So you took
So
the.
I take the
You'll take that
assassin
one. Yep.
and I take the
And then take
bard,
the Bard.
and then you would take
Nothing.
the nothing. Oh,
You
ouch.
you just you just got rid of my Bard. That's dirty.
Sorry.
I didn't think you had an assassin, to be honest.
I did. I didn't. I don't think I played it at all.
Yeah, I didn't know you had it. That was a very good play.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, you killed my highest card actually. That was dirty.
Okay. Ooh. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. I'm gonna go with this one. 3, 2,
Okay.
1.
All right, so I'll
All
take
right.
the
Yeah, you're
druid
taking
and
some
the
legend.
bard because I'll take the legendaries.
And then all I'm
That'll
gonna
go in
get,
here. You'll get the
that's gonna
cleric.
go away. And I get the cleric.
Yep.
Very nice.
And we're almost through. We're in our third to last round.
Yep. Mm. Another tough one here, I think. You know what this one?
Okay.
Oh,
I will
yep, you
go
got
in
that.
with the fighter. Get the
Yep.
fighter. and then also get the Druid Master.
Yep, and all I'm going to get is your fighter. This guy goes here, and I get your fighter. And I like that. I like that there isn't. Was that an original mechanic that you had going on, or was it something that sort of developed? Like what I mean is like the trade. Like when it's my turn, I get if it was a card that I could get yours. Was that like always in the card in your plan?
Yeah. So this comes from the idea that nobody likes to lose a trick taking game, right? Trick taking game means that I've lost my whole thing that I have invested this card that I think might do the trick, and then I lose it. I lose the whole thing. So this idea comes from the where your trick taking is actually for initiative, and the trick taking doesn't edge you out completely, and sometimes it's strategically used.
Right.
If I play a legendary lich because I see that there's an assassin out there, and another legendary something, and I know you're going to play a higher card, right? Then I know that I'm going to trade up by playing the lich, and it's no loss to me because I'm still building a specific hand.
Correct.
So I wanted to add that element to it, where even if you lost the trick, it's not necessarily bad or
right. It's not as painful. I mean, in some cases, some rare cases, and I do like that aspect of it because I'm still getting a card. Maybe I'm still getting. Keep me alive.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. I'll just see what happens.
I'm sure this gets much. I mean, we're doing 1v1 right now. Plays very well 1v1.
Yeah. So if you imagine that there were 3 people trading with the Tangled Timelines, then you'd see that there's a lot of topsy-turviness that happens within a round.
Okay, so I grab this and this.
Correct.
That goes there.
Yep. And so I'll grab. Cool. We didn't compete for anything. I'll grab the Elementalist and the Lich.
Very good.
Yep. So one cool thing about the Kickstarter is that there's another thing that's reinventing what is cool Kickstarters. Promos are in right now. Things that you can maybe not be only exclusive to the Kickstarter, because that's not really fun for folks who miss out on it. But things that are harder to get unless you've backed the Kickstarter. So for me, I've doubled the size of the game in the Kickstarter. So you're playing A, but there's N through Z that's added for free to your Kickstarter pledge. It's like added for free. Like you get 52 more cards in your game that you can play with, just like as if you're playing it right now.
Yeah.
And those are all different special abilities. They're all different characters.
Interesting.
They're all based on community leaders in tabletop and content specific content people. I've got a list of people who have been they've helped me out a lot in the course of like the years that have gone by, and so I wanted to pay something back to them. So what's going to happen is, for the backers, they're going to get double the size of their game, but the remaining sets of each individual character are actually going to be given to the content creators or to the community leaders. So like Martin Poole of like Board Game Exposure is a character, or Lizzie Funkhauser from Board Game Spotlight. They're going to get these sets that they can do however they want in their promotional activities. They sell them. I don't care. It's like a gift to them for supporting me over the years.
That's really cool.
So
that's really cool.
Yeah.
Now,
another way of reinventing.
Right, and that's if you back the Kickstarter, you get the full set A through Z.
Correct.
So in the retail following the Kickstarter, I didn't ask you that before. Are you planning on going to retail following the Kickstarter?
There is retail interest actually in this game already. Distribution has said, "Oh yeah, for sure. Like as long as the Kickstarter doesn't flop, right? For some reason, then it's like it's an easy sell. It's an easy sell. I mean, honestly, the game's going to be sold for $13 plus shipping, and U.S. shipping is $2. So out the door, you're paying $15 for 104 cards in a very, very nice artwork. It's a good game. So it's a good buy. It's an easy no-brainer.
And I know you're part of the industry, but I'm going to compliment you on the price point because that's spot on from what I would imagine a game like this to run. So that's like
I work for a manufacturer, so
yeah, it's like
it comes naturally.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna play something down.
Yeah, so I'm just making some life choices right now on what I think I could get.
Are you?
It's hard. It's hard
Excuse me.
at this point to get something that might be.
It's very hard at this point.
The last round, am I throwing away something that I would have got me more points later?
I know. This is like. All right, let's see. What do you got?
Okay. So you're going in first. But I'm going to get that cleric that I actually wanted. Yeah, you can.
That's true. You're right.
So you actually get those three, and the cleric's going to go in. The druid's going to go in and take the cleric, and that's going to set. And I'll explain in just a minute. But actually, we're done with this this game, right?
Yeah.
So the easiest way to do this actually is to just show your hand. I think you can actually just you can flip over.
Yeah, well,
every
actually,
card.
like you could just actually click and drag.
Okay.
Over the card space. Hold on. So you could just click and normally you click and drag. There we go. So that's what I have there. And if you want, I could go ahead and grab yours out.
Yeah, I just grabbed mine.
And then I'll just flip them over. There you go.
Yep. Okay. So
and I'm gonna actually let me pull these to the center of the table so I can get them in frame for us.
Yep. So here's how scoring works. We're going to do the chain. So whoever has the biggest chain, and you have ABC, it looks, or H.
I have
HIJ. Yeah,
H,
you have
ABC, yep.
Yeah, ABC's your strongest one. I have B, C, D, E, F.
Oh, okay.
And I got that C on the last clinch, so that actually what gave me the 20. So I would have gotten 20 points.
So that gives you 20 points there.
Mm-hmm. And then you would have gotten 15 for your 15. lesser straight, right? Lesser chain.
Yep.
Then what we're going to look at is who got the best 4 of a kind. There's no 4 of a kinds.
Nope.
Who got the best 3 of a kind? Any 3 of a kind?
Nope.
And then who got the best pair? So at this point, you only need to use the best pair that gets you points. So you don't need to use the assassins because you're going to want to use them later. So use the bard in this situation because
I actually have I also have the C too, but bard is
but the bard okay. You should use the bard because it's not. I'm not competing you for it. I only have 2. So you're actually going to get another 10 points here. And then you're going to say who has the best single card, and that would be you with your legendary assassin, which is another 5 points.
You can't score best single card and best pair twice.
Correct. So you couldn't reuse it. That's why I said use.
Okay, smart.
Yep. And then
and how many points is that?
5 for the best single card.
5. Okay.
So right now we're looking at 20 to 30 game.
Interesting.
Yep.
But the game is very dynamic when you start doing these abilities. So if you don't mind, you're cool with sticking around for one of the game. Great.
With the abilities, I don't know if you want
to. I could just do this. I'll erase all the vector lines. Bam. Didn't really want to get rid of those, but that's okay.
It's okay.
And then this will be quick. We'll just grab these guys.
Yeah. Okay, good. You're doing that.
I love the G key in Tabletop Sim. It just gathers cards.
Oh, okay, got it. So now we're going to play with special abilities, just the full version of the game, it's pretty cool.
Cool. I'm just going to go ahead and do a little.
Okay, no worries. There we go. And I say full version of the game but we're still playing with only. But it's full version as much as you set up.
So I'm going to go ahead and deal out 4.
Yep.
And then we're going to put out 5. Is it 5 or 4? 5, 4. Right? 4.
4. Always 4 in your hand, 4 on the thing. It's always 4. So now whoever wins initiative will have to kick off their special ability. So definitely take a look at what it is that you could potentially do if you win initiative. Some of them aren't good.
Okay, I see. I'm looking at terminology, but I'm getting it ready. I do. So that's going to basically use that. And yeah, okay. Here we go. Pew.
Okay.
Yep, go ahead.
So flip. And the illusionist is going to go first. The illusionist has a cool ability. So what it says is swap the illusionist with a hero in the Tangled Timeline. Rescue. So you're going to do a swap, but then you're going to act as that character to do another swap. And it's a false mirror trick.
Correct. And then I will choose to actually swap. The thing is tough because I guess not really. No, it's not. What's my best choice though? It's probably going to be
that one's another layer of difficulty.
Oh yeah, because I was looking at it, I was like, what do I do? All right, I'm gonna swap in as.
You're still gonna be first in initiative, by the way. This is just changing the card that you're gonna use now to go.
Is it Is it gonna chain? Do it like so? Since I'm first initiative, am I gonna chain Chronoblast if I choose that one? Do I still use?
No, you're not. Okay. You're not gonna trigger any more special. This one time you're gonna do that and then rescue as that character.
All right, so that's what I'm gonna do. These are swapping. Right here.
And now you're gonna use the mage to do the rescue.
Right. So the mage is now going to grab the cleric.
Yep.
Like this. So I only get one card out of it, and you get two.
Right. And then I'll get the master illusionist, and actually I'll get the mage too.
And you get the mage.
Yeah. Master, right?
That was one Tangled Timeline.
That was a tangled mess there. That happened. But you were still like it was, even though it was like it felt very crazy, you were in control of everything that you did and decisions that you made, which is another piece that I wanted to maintain, is like, even though you can't necessarily win every time, you still did the best you could with the information you had, and you only lost it who might have played a better card combo.
But it's so funny because like as the things resolve, like the first thing you do is you look at it and you're like, oh well, I get to, and I can use that clone to get a combo. It's like, this is the greatest card ever. And then you put your card down, you're like, wait, I just cloned into something that's going to actually give him more cards now. You know, that's great. All right, so looking at one situation here. This is putting me in a horrible situation here. But I feel like
because you don't always want to win initiative, right?
Yeah. All right, let's see what happens.
All right.
3, 2, 1.
And I will be taking initiative, so I will be taking out my special ability. The assassin is really nasty because for the player who played it, because as it says here, necessary sacrifice. Give a hero from your hand to the lowest initiative order player,
so now
which is you.
Okay. Yeah.
So now I got to offload one of the characters that I picked up earlier to give to you. So I'm going to give you this mage that I picked up from you earlier.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, no problem. But then I'll be able to go first. And the reason why it was worth it to play this was because he's a novice assassin, which means I'm going to be able to pick up the elementalist, the druid, and the gadgeteer. So yes, I lost 2 cards, but I gained 3. It was a net win, I would argue.
Yeah, and then I end up stuck with assassin boy here.
Yep, you get stuck with the assassin who you might not want to play, given the circumstances.
Correct.
I'll
send the bard in. Okay. Oh. Yeah. It's happening.
Okay. Assassin.
I had to for this one.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I have to give you a hero.
You have to give me a hero.
And guess what? Here's your mage back.
Getting the mage back. Okay.
You're welcome.
I see how this is going to happen here. We're going to just hand each other.
We're just like passing back and forth the assassin and the mage at this point.
Yep. So the druid's going to go away, and we get the assassin back.
And I like too that it's not necessarily about the total amount of cards you're getting, because with that alphabetic order, Because and that's the funny thing. Psychologically, like when I play a game like used to other card games, it's like you take the person with the most cards scores off of that. But no, the scoring is based on like chains in the alphabet and exactly. So you could end up the game. I could have 20 cards and no chains, and you could have a 4-card chain that beats it. You know.
Yep. That's very true.
Very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so with what we have there, what I wonder what you're going to play.
Yeah, I mean, I'm making choices here about what.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot. I forgot what that was. I don't know. I remember now. I remember what that was. So yeah. All right. 3, 2, 1. Didn't expect you to go with the elemental.
So here's what. This isn't necessarily a good thing, because what's going to happen is we're going to shuffle these two, and then I will get whatever, and then you'll get the other one.
All right.
So, but I'll still maintain.
You still maintain initiative.
Right.
Okay. All right. That is yours.
And now I'm the hunter, right? So I'm playing the hunter, and I'm going to grab this druid here.
Yep.
And I think that was it, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
And then the elementalist is going to go in, and the cleric, and that's it.
I'm just going to cleric.
Yeah. So it's funny the way it works out. Like, I didn't necessarily want to win as the E card.
Right. Right. I agree. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Wow. I'm like, this is not like, Yeah, all right.
Okay.
Yep, 3, 2, 1.
And the druid is going to become a shapeshifter.
Oh.
So the shapeshifter says that declare a class played this round and act as that class in yours, and your skill is unchanged. So I would still maintain legendary, but now a card played is still, this is still a hero played, so I could say I'd like to stay the druid, please, right?
Yep.
But I think I might swap to a legendary fighter, because then I can pick up the fighter and the bard.
Well, couldn't you change yourself to
you know what? I would have picked it up anyway. No, it has to be someone that was played. So one of the
that was played.
Characters. Okay. Yeah. I can't be any present character.
So this gets more powerful with the more players at the table.
Correct. Yeah, the druid is a great 4-player card to play. But it doesn't matter. It's a moot point actually at this, because I'm still going to go first, and I'm going to pick up the 2 legendaries, which is the only thing I'll really be going after other than.
Okay.
So.
And then my fighter goes in and fizzles. Hooray.
Yep.
And then just goes right to the abyss.
Yeah, just made a valiant attempt at rescuing and just whiffed.
just lost. Yeah. Completely lost.
Yeah, there's some like lore behind this of like all the novices trust each other, right? Because they're from the same time.
Lore. Love it. It sustains me.
Yes. Yeah, I mean the idea behind this is the reason why you're able to rescue those heroes is because they trust you. So the trust element is, yes, I trust myself from another time. Of course I trust myself from another time. Because the assassin, when you're rescuing the legendary assassin, it's the same character, it's just an older character, right? And if you were the assassin going in and saying, hey, I'm here to rescue you, yes, I trust my own self. And then the level of skills is they're from the same time, they know each other from that time, right? So So that's why it's thematically it makes sense for
this
skill and the
trained Tangled team is universal across all parallel universes. They all assemble at different ages, but then some sort of coalesce into this timeline.
right.
And then if you're the same class, it means that you are the same person. If you're a cleric, you're the same cleric.
You're that same cleric. Yeah, and then it's just you're building your timelines. That's why the scoring matters, because you're building complete timelines. It says that you're building complete timelines. That's the set.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right. So with that,
mm-hmm.
I don't know if I like any of this.
Yeah, this is a hard one.
I'll see that. Do I want to do that? I don't really want to do that. Oh, goodness. What is it? Yeah, all right. 3, 2, 1.
Yep. Oh, the cleric ability is going to kick off. So the cleric ability is to redemption.
Random hero from here.
Right? Is the sacred revival. Yeah, you just put it wherever. Just that's another. It's just another card in the time.
Right. So I'll just place it right down here.
Yeah.
So all that I get out of this is that cleric back, and this one goes in.
Yep.
And then
then I'm going to go in and grab the 2 legendaries, I believe.
Yep.
And unfortunately, even though the cleric went in and grabbed the bard from the dimensional abyss, the
both
bard's
are going back in.
Going to go back in there.
Yeah, he was redeemed. Not get rescued. Be tormented in the void.
Yep.
Oh, I just realized that Tabletop Simulator just added the feature. If you hit the H button, you don't have to look at your hand on the bottom of the screen. That's the greatest thing they've added. Just FYI for those of you watching.
You press the H and then what happens?
H, that the little hand on the bottom of the screen disappears. It was a feature that I was hoping for back. I just realized that they added it. So like if the little hand on that's hovering on the bottom of your screen.
Yeah.
If you're playing a game and you don't want to sort of have that hovering, you can just hit H now and
I see what you're saying.
That's nice.
That is nice.
GameSmith Tyson just in chat was like, "Oh my god, that's fantastic." All right. So all right.
Yeah, one other cool thing about this game is that it's the first in a series. This is the Matchbox series, which is if you imagine a matchbox in your house that slides in and out, that's the concept behind the box compartment system. So
is this is the first in that series?
This is going to be the first in the Matchbox series. So you can say you got in on the ground level if you like.
No, that's actually really cool. So so where did you come up with this concept? Was this something that you just sort of like?
Yeah, so it's funny. I was literally inspired by a Matchbox that was in. Any game has like used a sleeve or a thicker version of a sleeve as their containment system of the game. So I got the idea of like I'm going to have a thicker sleeve idea, and then that's going to the game's actually going to slide in and out for that, and that's going to be how the game is held. And because it's only like it's only going to be a card game, so it's only going to be like 2 decks of cards that fit in this sleeve idea. But it's still going to be nice. It's not going to be like a cheap production. It's still going to be a nicer version of that idea, where the tension of the sides will actually hold the box in there until you push it out.
So, question: will it fit sleeved cards? Because there's a lot of sleeved people in the community. Okay.
Yeah, it fits sleeved cards. I made sure the box will be tall enough in order to fit.
Beautiful.
If you want to sleeve your decks.
Beautiful. Okay, so cleric's going to trigger.
You're going first, which means you're going to go ahead and shuffle and then grab a new one.
It's a master.
Maybe it's someone who will.
That helps you, sir.
That does help me. So thank you very much.
You're welcome. So I'm going to be grabbing I and J out of this.
Yep.
C is going in, and
then I'm going to grab the Gadgeteer.
Yep.
And the other illusionist there.
You sure are.
And that's it.
Here I am with
Now,
the
even in the second game, I bet you feel better about the decisions you're making.
Sort of, but the tangling does tangle with you. Like
Yes.
and it's funny because it's running away from me. I'm more in the moment of like, I want two cards. I want two cards.
It's a tactical. There is a tactical element of this.
Right.
You're looking down at your hand, right? You're looking.
Yeah.
Saying, okay, here's kind of what I've got going on, and here are some potential things. Especially like in the last, it starts to become more prevalent. Like I have this thing that could become something for points, but then in the moment you're like, okay, well, how am I going to at least? I need at least like maybe I need the Juggernaut in my example, right? And I was like, I need that Juggernaut. How do I get it? It's the highest card I can play that will get.
But it is starting to sort of come together at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and drop here.
Okay, let's see here. I should probably look at what I'm going to play, huh? This is just not any. There's. Okay, I'm going to play this one.
Yep. Boom. We're cleric again.
Goes. Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Let's go. Come on.
And it's a master.
That doesn't really help.
So it's going to help me again.
Yep. So apprentice.
Yep.
And you're actually going to be grabbing. Look at
the cleric and the mage.
Yeah, you are.
Thank you.
Much
obliged.
You're welcome.
And then we lose these guys.
Yeah, I got things happening over here. I'll get them.
Yeah.
there's things happening. There's a
good because we're third to the last round on this.
I know. Okay. We're gonna take a little alphabet break here.
Yeah, I'm wondering.
Okay.
What it is I should be going for. I should play this just in case it works out.
All right. I think I'm gonna go. No, I don't think I don't know if I want to. Forget it. Boom. There we go. There's mine.
Okay. So the bard, when the bard's activity kicks off, the bard can only grab one card that it matches with.
Yep.
It has to be the one card, which is actually, I think it was the only card that you did.
That was the only one I could.
Yeah. So that one's painful when you play it and then you win initiative and then you match with multiple things, right?
Of course, yeah.
But anyway, I'm going to get the bard, trade up from the gadgeteer.
Yeah.
And then these will get lost to the dimensional abyss.
Got it. It's interesting you got the bard out of that. That's funny because now you got a slightly more powerful card. But I think you're still rocking that assassin over there, so I know you're going to get points for that. I think. I think.
We'll see if it works out. I'm still trying to build my hand.
Right. I don't know. That's going to be insane, but I might do it. I might, but that doesn't. I'm not seeing. So painful. All right.
Here we go.
What time is it?
Okay, so in a tie, the more experienced gadgeteer will go first. So the master beats the apprentice. Yeah, it goes novice, apprentice, master, legendary.
Yep.
So it's a kind of, you can understand from an RPG. Like anyone who's played RPG understands that there's that flow.
Right.
But anyway, I'm going to get the master druid.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to get the master bard and the master fighter. Oh wait, so here, we didn't do my ability. Rotate all played heroes either clockwise or counterclockwise, and then establish a new initiative order, and then ignore the special action. So actually, we messed up. So bard goes back.
So I end up the initiative. But this actually works out better for you.
You end up with initiative. So 1 second. What did I pick up again? The bard. I think the druid, right? Oh, sorry.
There you go.
Yeah. This one. Okay. Yeah. So Master Druid, Master Bard, and Master Fighter. So what's going to happen is I'm going to say, okay, we're going to rotate imagine a clock, and we're going to rotate, and then round, and I'm going to take this one, and then you're going to take that one, actually, and then
okay.
So that's what would happen. It makes less sense in a 2-player game, but you can imagine 3 or 4 that you would be rotating the cards around.
And then whose initiative? My initiative on this?
Yeah. So actually, you get the initiative on that.
So I get everything.
You get those ones exactly.
Okay.
And I'm going to end up with those 2.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm very happy with how tangled that one was. Tangled in my favor that time.
Yeah, I played that not thinking that I would win initiative.
Or tie on initiative.
Or tie initiative, yeah.
Yeah. Which definitely made it more interesting.
Yeah, now people who see this will know that that's what happens in a tie. You lean on the tiebreaker is always the skill level.
Yep. All right. So
now I'm in a place where I really need to figure out how I can bring this to a happy conclusion here, right?
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. This is definitely going to be a bit challenging. What's out there? Yeah. That's fine, I guess. All right.
Okay. Oh, the bard's going to take the initiative. Wow.
And I'm just taking.
You're only going to take one anyway.
Yeah. I can only take that cleric. But now you're going to pick up a set. No, you're not. I took that cleric.
I'm going to take the assassin and the elementalist.
Yeah. And then these guys fade into the abyss.
Yep.
Very cool. Okay. And
then we're going to do scoring. All right, maybe I'd put up here.
Yeah.
Oh, it's now all weird.
That's okay. Don't worry about it.
There. And I'll just...
Perfect.
It's all discombobulated, but oh well. Okay, so...
all right.
Here, let me actually fix that in my hand. That'll be easier.
Go ahead. So Tangled Timelines is it available now, or
it'll be on Kickstarter tomorrow morning.
Okay, tomorrow morning this launches. The price point you mentioned is $13
plus shipping.
Shipping in the US is $2.
Shipping in the US is $2.
Everybody watching our show tonight, if you put in raffle, you're going to be entered to win a copy of Ice Cool, which is not this game, but Daniel wanted to make sure you guys got rewarded quickly for sticking around and hanging out with us. And Ice Cool does play into the idea of like general family type game, general interest, fun game, just like this one is. Okay. Oh, look what you did over there. Wow.
Yep,
okay.
I was working towards something. So I have a chain of IJKLM. IJKLM. So 5.
I have FGHIJK.
FGHIJ. Yeah, you win.
6.
Yeah, so you'll get the 20.
So 20 up here. Okay.
And then I'll get the 15.
You will get the 15.
I do have a chain. I just have a weak.
Correct.
And then we're going to go to 3 of a kind. Do you have a?
I do not have a 3 of a kind. I
almost got one early in the game with the illusionist, but then
here's the funny thing. I dropped the H. I had 3 H's to start the game, and I dropped them.
Oh, yeah, that's hard when you get dealt a really, really like, can we stop the game now? Sort of situation.
Yeah, it's like okay, scoring now. Let's do it.
Yeah, that's hard to have to give that up. Okay,
Yeah.
so there's no three of a kinds, but then we're gonna go into pairs, and I
Yep.
think I'm gonna win that. So I get I'll
Yep.
win with the bards, just
You're
like
getting the
you did
bards.
last round. So I'll get
Yep.
10.
You're getting 10
And
for the
then,
bards.
yep, and then we'll do the highest card, and I'll get that one. So I'll get another
Yep.
5. So
It's
we
so
basically
funny.
trade scores from last time.
We really did. That's
Yeah.
hilarious. So just because you have that longest length, you could make it up in
Oh, for sure. It's
the high
just going
pair.
for different things and being able to
Yeah.
win that way.
So if you get 4 of a kind, what's 4 of a kind worth in this game?
4 of a kind is 20.
20. Okay, 20 points for 4. 3 of a kind.
3 of a kind is 15, right?
Okay, so that's
it's simple scoring in 5.
Okay. Okay, that's
And then
great.
at this point, you would essentially say, "I want to play until 50," and we'll see. Maybe
Mhm.
one round will determine who's the actual winner of the game, or 2 rounds, 2 more
Yep.
games. But because it goes so fast, I
Yep.
mean, we played both of those sets probably in 20 minutes or so, 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So,
and so I mean, compliments from me on this one. The design, like I said, the early previews of this I didn't really see. I just saw like the backgrounds. I love the art for each of the classes. The layout is very clean right up
right.
front. Like I can look. Like I said, I mentioned this
That's
before,
intentional.
but
That's very,
yeah, absolutely.
There's so many iterations of the way the cards could. I have it saved somewhere, and maybe someday I'll be like, "Here's the book of how Tangled Timelines actually get created."
Right,
But
and
there's
I'll go look at this card for
iterations.
example.
Yeah.
The things that really stand out for me are really this element here. I don't know if that's gonna. Why is it gonna do that? I want a different color, blue. Oh, that's why. There we go. I should be able to, circle it. So I love what you've done with the abbreviations here on the card,
Right.
of these two, because honestly, if I'm playing the card and it really speeds up the game, if you're just looking, like you said, you called the Lang corner, but regardless of whatever classification that has, that
Yeah.
information is right there. So if you have the Lang triangle, you said, it's right there. So I don't have to look at this. And the funny thing is, as I play this game, I'm going to memorize what these letters do.
Right.
And like I'll look at that and I'm like, okay, mage. Oh, okay, let's play this.
I know the mage has a chronoblast. It's
Right.
gonna grab me 4 cards if I don't match anything.
Yeah. And really, like what I'm seeing here is design element wise, this is bringing a lot of players into the game. But what's going to keep them in the game and keep them playing this as like with that filler game is this element right up here. Absolutely.
I agree.
But no, I love it. I'll be honest with you. I'm pleasantly surprised. I didn't know what to expect. Yeah, I know you're
most folks are taken aback at. I've never played a game like this, but it feels familiar. That's the feedback that I've gotten so far for most card players. Like it has that poker element where you're trying to build these sets and trying to build these chains. It has this trick taking element of trying to win initiative. But it's all a conglomeration of all my favorite parts of different card games that come together to make this one.
They're making fun of me in chat too. They're saying Will's like the Telecaster from an NFL game right now.
That's funny.
Tyson made another observation. I'm going to telecast again here. I'm going to rock a little map. Tyson made a great observation. Left and right.
Right.
On these cards. That's awesome.
I'm left-handed. That's why that's in place.
Yeah.
I'm a left-handed gamer. So that was important to me too.
Yeah, and you know what? This isn't really a game that really theme, or I should say more like lore, but I appreciate that you sort of developed that in explanation.
Yeah, there's reasons.
There's
reasons for everything in here. There's thematic reason, even though it's an abstract feeling game. There's reasons for why you can build a story around anything that you're doing.
Absolutely. So it's available on Kickstarter starting tomorrow. How long are you going to run the campaign?
It'll be like a 20-day campaign, I think.
Okay.
I don't want. I can swing a 20-day campaign. So
okay.
Yeah, it'll be a 20-day campaign. It'll be again $15 out the door for.
Right.
Which again, 104 cards.
Sweet
pretty
spot.
Good. Yep.
Sweet, and it's weird. Like it's almost like you work in the industry to know that price point.
I know how much things should cost. to a consumer.
Yeah.
So I try to lean into that. I mean, I would probably could have the same conversation about a game that is $100. Like, here's why it's $100, and you
Right.
But this one, I know what it costs because the experience it provides matches with the components, matches with the customer expectations. So
yeah. And I'll tell you what. Thank you so much. This was a pleasure tonight. I really appreciate you coming out and hanging out with us here at Geek Spiel. I now I'm looking forward to this tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm hoping not to get swallowed. I mean, this is going to be the busiest week. The late January has become this like busy week of Kickstarter campaigns launching. So all I'm hoping for is that, I fund, get some modest traction on it, and not get swallowed by these $100 campaigns that are going to launch right alongside me. So,
right. No,
yeah.
But again, the price point's smart here, and the Matchbox series that you're developing here, I think it's another good strategy you're doing. You're creating a niche that I think is solid, and I think, the treading water stuff you talked about last year, I think this is the perfect response and the perfect development to counteract exactly what we're talking about. Budget games that have purpose, that fit a non-niche market. This spans across filler games for experienced players, a family game for families wanting to enjoy the game. Like I said, you kind of blew me away with this. I wasn't expecting this tonight.
I appreciate that a lot, actually.
Our conversation tonight was phenomenal. Everything about tonight was just a great night, and I really appreciated you spending time with us over here at Geek Spiel.
I appreciate it. I had fun. I'll geek out anytime.
So with that, everybody go ahead and smash the exclamation point raffle to win for your chance to win a copy of Ice Cool. This will be available on Tabletop Simulator following this episode. I'm going to do some work with Chris Cornell to clean this up a little bit, and we will make it available. We're going to make it public. Please play this game. You're going to love it. And get a bunch of games in this week to get more raffle entries for Ice Cool, and jump over to the Kickstarter page for Tangled Timelines tomorrow. And if you love it, back the game. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there back now.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
All right. Well, thanks again, and thanks for joining us. Night.